Alright, and we are back with more College Football 26, Air Force Dynasty, episode 22 here. About to hop in a game versus USC. Gonna look at recruiting first. Okay, so it is looking like with the remaining points I've got here, I probably should bring Kaliko Sneed up to 50, as Oregon is now showing some interest, and also Darrell Greenwich probably should hop back into this race, and then get a visit scheduled. Hopefully we can make it into his top 5. Then we also have Tyrell Crowns. We're just going to bring him up to 50 points here to get him to the next stage, move him into his top 5. And then we will be able to schedule him soon as well. And that's pretty much it. This linebacker we added last week is looking pretty well. They don't have another offer, so that is really good. We weren't even on his board, and now we are number 9. So pretty good chance here we will jump up to first place, but we definitely will not get locked out anytime soon. Alright, so we are ready for this Week 9 matchup versus USC. Currently, we are ranked number 4 in the country going on the road. Now, we did play USC last year, and they beat us, but if I remember, that was a pretty good game where we definitely had a chance. Okay, potentially another Big Ten matchup. That's going to be a tough game. Hopefully not. We'll have to see, though. Alright, and starting this first drive off from the 21, we got this RPO play. Going to take it to the outside and try to cut back. We are going to have to take Mayo out of the game because he's starting off with bad health, I guess. Yeah, we don't want him to just instantly get hurt. So we're going to have to bench him for a quarter or something, maybe a couple drives. Here on 2nd and 7. Going to hand it off to the freshman, though, Sean Cheek. And a nice run there. Could have been a loss for sure. All right, big third down here on the first drive. Let us see if we can pick it up. But no, we will get stopped. Left guard got blown up. And we will just have to punt this one away. All right. Oh, he is breaking away. Definitely has a chance here. We are trying to angle him towards the sideline. He does cut back and luckily get tackled. I was very afraid of missing that tackle. Well, looks like we may have to work on our punt coverage after that one. Now 1st and 10 from the 25. USC starting out with an option play, and they're going to almost score on this one. All right, now another option maybe. Handoff, though, to 27 on the inside. And a touchdown, USC going up first after a 3 and out and a really good punt return. Air Force is already down. All right, we got Mayo back in the game now. Going to maybe give it to the fullback, but no, going to follow the fullback instead there. Get a couple yards. All right, and now from the 19, let's go ahead and hand it off to Mayo on the outside. A lot of room here. Can we get past this safety? Just about. And a nice run there, maybe 12 yards or so. Well, quarterback is kind of beat up now, apparently, after taking like 1 hit. So we're going to have to take him out of the game as well. Looks like we're going to have to bench just about everyone at this point. I don't know why everyone's so fatigued. We only had like 3 offensive snaps. All right, now 2nd and 12 after that short loss. Going to get it out to the tight end for a positive play. All right, now 3rd and 7 from the 43. We have a couple of crossers trying to get it to the tight end here. He makes a nice catch and a pretty good job there by the backup coming in and throwing a strike. Now we have a post route, slant route dropped by the freshman. That is a tough one. He definitely had some room to run. Now on the end around, the freshman again. This time stopped for a loss of 4. Okay. Got a 3rd and long now, 3rd and 14 from the 43. We have what looks like Miles underneath on a drag route. All right, and after not a good first drive, we've been able to get things going in the correct direction. Now Maddox going to try and break to the outside. And some really nice blocking there, but Maddox doesn't really have the speed to make that work for a touchdown. But a 5-yard gain nonetheless. Now on 2nd down, a handoff to the fullback. And just a yard on that fullback dive gets us to 3rd and 4 for a triple option. Going to get it out to Mayo, weaving back inside towards the goal line and stop. Getting close that time, but not quite able to push in. Now it is Kennedy, the fullback, taking the handoff out of the I formation, but not quite able to do it. Now we have the starting quarterback back in there, Podoi. From the 5 now, we will pitch it out to Sean Cheek, trying to break off a tackler, and that play was not working. Maybe we should have kept it with the quarterback. All right, we'll see what we can come up with here. Looks like a false start, though, number 55. Well, I can't do anything now. I'm just going to have to snap the ball. Yep. We're just maybe throw it to Harrison. Not going to work. Okay, I guess we'll try this field goal from the 15-yard line. Should be good. It was lined up, but it's going to be a penalty here. I think they really got to fix some of these penalties with the running into the kicker, but we got a first down, so we will take it. All right, and from the 7 now, where the fresh set of downs, going to hit it off to Mayo, pushing into the end zone. And Air Force will respond with a touchdown of their own and a very long drive extended by a penalty. Let us see if we can get a stop this time. We've got a throw over the middle. Looks like, oh, and he throws it right to us. Could not come up with it that time, but a nice play still. Now from the 36, a second down. We have a throw to the outside, and Braxton able to break it up. Great job there by the star corner. And now on 3rd and 10 from the 36. Let us see. They're going to throw it out to the right side, and Braxton again with the play, making a solid tackle and forcing a punt from their own 38 here. A pretty far punt. And Werner able to weave through for a nice gain there, maybe 10 to 12 yards. All right, and now from the 29, Air Force will take over, pitching it out to Mayo here, and not able to get through. And on first down, we get a run for nothing, bringing us to 2nd and 10 from the 30, and Mayo this time is going to get tracked down for a huge loss on the play. Okay, 3rd and long once again from the 25, 15 yards to go. We will try to throw it deep here to Grimes, but not going to get there. Or that was Simmons, rather, but we will have to punt. Well, after back-to-back 3 and outs by both teams now, from the 37, USC will take over. Going to throw this RPO to the left side. That gets us a 3-yard gain to the 40-yard line for a 2nd and 7. Now a throw underneath. All right, and that gets us to the 46 for a 3rd and 1 here. Let's see if they run the ball. Looking like something up into the middle, and, well, the QB sneak able to pick up 1 yard there, getting them to the 48. And from the 48, we have got a screen play number 27. All right, now 2nd and 10 after nothing really happening on first down. We got to throw to the outside versus the blitz. Okay, we shall see. Can Air Force get off the field once again? 3rd and long from the 48 this time. Probably going to throw. No, he's going to scramble likely, but tackled by Iosefa Bua. Nice sack there from the sophomore. And once again, this Air Force defense able to get a 3 and out, forcing the punt. All right, maybe enough room here for a return. Let's see if Werner can get something going. Probably should have not spanned there. Yeah, I think if I just kept running to the left sideline, we might have had something there. Now 1st and 10 from the 24, trying to stretch this one outside with the rocket toss. Just not really there, though. Now 2nd and 14 after a pretty big loss. We will pitch it out to Mayo and get maybe a yard or lose a yard. Well, both teams playing pretty horribly now on 3rd down the last few drives. Now from the 19, we're going to throw it to the running back, hoping he can get there, and he will just stretch across the line as he is pushed out of bounds. And Air Force finally able to convert there to the 34 now. Let us see, can we get around this linebacker we've marked as the Mike? No. All right, 2nd and 13 from the 31 now. We maybe have Harrison deep down the field, and it is caught somehow. Harrison once again, and somehow able to come up with this catch. Definitely a weird animation there, but he is able to haul it in somehow. Able to get that ball with two defenders all over his back. Now on first down, we will get tackled. Well, just a gain of 2 there gets us to 2nd and 8. Going to dump it off to the screen now. And get a first down, maybe 10 yards off that. Well, after that, we got the ball on the 12-yard line. Going to hand it off on a stretch play here. Trying to follow the fullback, but 27 able to make that play, pushing us past the 2-minute warning. Now from the 10-yard line, we will drop back and throw a slant route to Harrison for a touchdown, rewarding him for that incredible catch a few plays earlier. He is definitely benefiting from the expansion of this playbook so far. Well, USC is able to get a field goal there. Now Air Force has the ball with just 7 seconds left. Really not enough time for much. Try to dump it off to the running back here and pray for a miracle, but Air Force still going into half, up 4 rather. 14-10. Trying to hold on to that ranked 4 team in the country. Quite a few passing yards in the first half. Running game really hasn't gotten us much outside of maybe 2 good runs. We definitely have been trying though, just have not been able to get good gains on first and second down, getting in third and long, really a lot. Now let's see, the defense after half is able to pull through there and get another stop. So maybe we can get something going, but it's going to have to be from the 1-yard line. What a tough situation to start after the half here. We're hoping to just get something here with this toss play. They did not block that guy. Oh my gosh. How incredibly stupid. Okay. Well, we're going to have to punt now after the safety because, yep, nobody blocked that guy. Okay. Well, that play is definitely a problem sometimes, I guess. Now they're going to run the ball, get a couple yards, 4-yard gain. All right, maybe we'll try a cover 2 this time. From the 38 now, handing it off again. 27 is almost going to get it. He does get the first down. Pushing the ball to the 44 now. Let's see what they come up with here from the 44. Another first down. It is a throw to the right side and almost intercepted. Jalen Braxton almost able to come up with that one, but still a nice play. And now from the 44, we got an option play, looks like. And an injury on the defensive side, Stockton. And the backup linebacker, hopefully not seriously injured here. We shall see, though, trying to get this pass. I tried to turn around, couldn't quite do it. All right. Now let's see another option play, this time hit hard by McFarland. Okay, and now 2nd and 9. Oh, we tried to get there. Not quite. Alrighty, 3rd and inches. They will run another quarterback sneak there. Able to pick it up. Now on 1st and 10. We got a pass play right past McFarland. I'm trying to make an adjustment here. Substitutions, and it's just not working. Yeah, this game definitely has a problem with the substitutions. For some reason at the edge, it wants you to put in like your Mike and your Will backers and your Sam backers instead of your edge rushers because your linebackers are faster. I'm thinking that's why it recommends that. I don't know. Either way, from the 3-yard line now, they will throw it to number 5 on a screen and able to score another touchdown. USC up on top and responding in the second half here. We shall see if we can get anything going. All right, so the pressure is on Air Force now after that stupid play where nobody blocked the guy that made us get a safety. From the 25, we will try this run to Mayo, breaking to the right side. All right, from the 35, Air Force will come out in the flex bone here, trying to keep it with a quarterback and a nice gain. A pretty solid one there, getting us to the 45 for a 1st and 10. And Air Force will drop back to pass. It is Harrison making the catch. Not the greatest throw, but he somehow comes away with it again. Okay, that brings up another first down from the 30. Gonna give it to the fullback right up the middle. Nobody in front of the center. We just give it to the fullback. All right, now from the 24, a 2nd down after that nice play. Trying to juke away, but still a first down. Shanchik. And just a yard on that one gets us to the 19. Now we're going to try to hit the running back on the move here. Move past that guy and almost into the end zone. They will say he's short. And another injury. Okay, now from the 1 yard line, Air Force looking to move into the pistol now. And give it right to the running back. Wide open lane for the touchdown to take the lead. All right, now from the 3 yard line, we will try to convert here to make it a 3-point game. But no, it is knocked away by the defender. Now let's see if we can come out here on defense and do something. And on first down, it is going to be a nice play. Getting another first down. Gets us to the 46 for a throw over the middle. And I just cannot get there. There's no way. Wow, what is the safety doing? Well, now from the 7, USC looking to score again on a screen play. Not quite. Okay, now from the 6 after the incomplete screen, they are going to try this play. It is intercepted by Braxton. The 93 overall corner, I think. And luckily, Air Force able to put a stop to that long drive. Now from the 20 yard line, a handoff to Kennedy, the fullback. Going to get a nice 8 yards. Can't really ask for more than that on first down. Now from the 28, it'll be a keeper this time. Quarterback trying to follow the fullback. Didn't really work that well, though. Now a 3rd and 1. We will hand off to Mayo, and number 0 just completely blew that play up. There was no way we were getting through that wall, and we will have to punt. 4th and 3. Let's see if we can get another stop on defense. Well, so far defense hasn't been terrible today. We did have that one big post route we gave up. Been a lot of screens, though, and option plays and like RPOs. Now another screen here, and it is stopped for a short gain. All right, that brings up 3rd and 4 from the 38. They're going to run another option, and luckily Alani Small, the freshman edge rusher, able to make a nice stop on 3rd down there, forcing USC to punt. All right, it does look like USC is going to punt 4th and 6 from their own 36. This one is a nice punt. Maybe some room, but nobody blocks that guy for some reason. We had 4 guys. Well, from the 22 now, we got a rocket toss on the right side, and that's not going to get anywhere. And another injury, this time a running back. Well, we had to take him off the field now. We'll have to get an update soon, hopefully. 2nd and 14, though. Going to throw it to Maddox, the other running back. And a short gain there. Looks like Sean Cheek has bruised ribs. Okay. And with Sean Cheek having bruised ribs, he will probably miss the rest of the game. Throwing it to Harrison on this drag route. Not going to get there. We will have to punt once again. All right, punting along the right side here. Probably another fair catch. No, he will take it and run around us. And a pretty nice return there, getting it to the 42. For a first down here, they will throw it to the right side along the sideline. What was the corner doing? Yeah, that definitely should not have worked. Well, we have 2nd and 8 from the 44 now in option play. And a nice tackle by number 9, the cornerback. All right, from the 44 now, 4th and 7. 3rd and 7 rather. Let's see if we can just make a tackle and get off the field. This play was kind of misplayed by the corner, I think, and the receiver both. Looks like they both just didn't see the ball there. Anyways, another punt, 4th and 7. Air Force trying to return this one, and Werner at least gets a few yards, maybe 10 yards. All right, now 1st and 10, throwing it out to Zimmons, the freshman receiver. Had a big drop earlier, but a nice play there. All right, Air Force looking to put together a drive to end it here, hopefully. From the 31, we've got a 2nd and short, handing off to Maddox, who rarely gets in the game, but he's going to have to probably start the rest of the game. With all of the injuries we have sustained at running back, we don't have many other options. Handing off to Maddox again from the 39. And 2nd and 10 after that play gets nothing really. Handing off to Maddox once again, trying to break off a tackler. But unfortunately, once again in 3rd and long, looks like this whole game's been 3rd and long. This time from the 39. We will have to try and convert. We got a dig route though. Harrison breaking away from the man coverage. And once again, it is Harrison with the play that moves the chains. Now from the 46, we will try a screen, just trying to get away from the middle of the defense and get some yards. Okay, now 2nd and 1, quick snapping it to the 37, spinning off some tacklers. Mayo is back in the game. Looks like he might be healthy, but another injury. Air Force has got maybe 5 guys now. Unfortunately, that injury stops the clock. Now 2:44 left from the 23. We will hand off to the receiver, though. Okay, now from the 12-yard line, Maddox in the game now. Handing it off out of the pistol. Going to get a couple yards, and USC will call another timeout. All right, that gets us to the 8-yard line for a 2nd and 6. Still got the 2-minute remaining, plus another timeout. USC will call their last timeout of the game. All right, and we have got a huge 3rd and 3 here from the 5. Air Force going to drop back and throw a pass. It is wildly missed by the quarterback. Oh, that was terrible. And I have no idea what's happening here. We're not under pressure. I guess we're throwing while drifting away, but I don't understand why that throw's incomplete. Either way, they have a cornerback offsides, looks like. But we're going to have to snap this ball, and the running back is going to drop it. Unable to make that catch because the game forced him to jump for some reason when he didn't have to. That kind of stuff happens at Heisman too, but we'll accept this penalty and get another chance. Yeah, so this is like definitely, he doesn't need to jump to make this catch. Like, the only reason he's jumping is so the defender can make a play. And that just happens in Heisman all the time. Either way, we've got a 4th and 1 here. Going to try to just hand it off to Mayo and pick up a yard. And we will move the chains. That will take us to the 2-minute warning finally. All right, and 1st and goal from the 1. We will try to push forward and hand it off to Humphreys. Getting a touchdown, putting us up. That is a 7-point lead, but we definitely will go for 2 here. You could say I learned my lesson with 8-point leads in this game. They're basically worthless. So you want a 9-point lead. We're going to go ahead and try to get it with this toss play from the 3 on the 2-point conversion. And we will get it with Humphreys falling over into the end zone for a 9-point lead. And Air Force, after a very stressful drive there, managing all these injuries and stuff, it looks like somehow we're going to come away with this one and go into next week undefeated, at least, hopefully. All right, why is my running back Mayo on the kickoff? He's injured. That's why I took him out. Well, 1st and 10 from the 18. They have to get a lot of yards here quickly, plus get an outside kick. Let's see what they can come up with. And now our 1st down from the 30 after that nice pass play. They're going to hit this guy, the tight end. Only used up about 30 seconds so far. Now from the 43, they're probably going to scramble here. Okay, quite a bit of room for that. And I'm trying to find my linebacker. There he is. Now from the 42, we will get this pass over the middle. And all right, now from the 26-yard line, they got this bunch formation over here. And they will run a... Oh, it is an interception. Johnson able to seal the deal with a pick in the 4th quarter once again. I think he did that versus Hawaii or one of those games. All right, good job, Air Force, able to put it away. What a tough game. We had to bench a lot of players because their health was falling down. Then we had guys that actually got injured as well. And it looks like with only, I think we have 3 healthy running backs and 2 fullbacks that I can kind of rotate in at running back. it's going to be a pretty tough season in terms of trying to manage all of that. So we'll see how this goes, but we are only in week 9 and we're having to do this a lot, basically. It's like every drive I'm having to change stuff around. Looks like we lost out on an edge rusher there. I don't remember if we were putting points on that guy. Looks like we weren't. Okay. So I wanted to take a look at our recruiting here before heading into the Army game. Things are looking pretty good. It is week 10, so we have 2 5-stars on visit this week. That middle linebacker who had no offers now has 3 offers. But we may be able to snag him still. It really just depends what his pitches are, because with Nebraska going after him, they're going to have higher grades in a lot of things. Well, maybe I should do a hard sell here. I guess we have a C+, an A+, and a B+ on Lonnie Moses. He is on visit this week. But if we do a hard sell, maybe there's a better chance. Washington is like definitely going to get him if we don't snag him this week. They got a visit the following week. So unless we have a really good visit, he's probably not going to commit. Oh, and we have a lot of guys ready for visit right now, so we're going to have to probably take points off this receiver, unfortunately, and put some... Yeah, we're really going to have to get both of these guys. So I guess we could do versus Ohio State for Terrell Crons. I don't know if we're going to win that game, but I guess we'll just have to see. And then Darrell Green, we're going to have to do a later visit, I think. Try to get the last visit just so we can have the better chance of being ahead of those other teams by then. Okay, things are still looking pretty good. We're going to put these 10 points back on the wide receiver, Kaliko Sneed. And hopefully we can still stay in first place there. We will go ahead into this game versus Army. All right, let's try to keep this win streak going. We have a big game versus Ohio State next week. Alrighty, got our first drive here, starting off at the 26-yard line. Going to throw it out on a bubble screen to the right side, just a couple yards. Alright, and we maybe have a nice formation set up here for this run. Gonna try to get around that safety, and nice play there. Couldn't quite get away, but still a good run and a first down. Alright, getting things started out correctly on the ground here. Gonna pitch it out this time to Mayo. Try to cut back inside. It wasn't really there. And that one was not working at all. Now we'll try the load option this time. We may be able to get it on the outside. And, well, that looks like a pretty solid gain. Going to get us to the 42 for a 3rd and 2 here. Let us see. Can we extend this first drive? We have blockers in front, and Mayo going to crease through the defense for a 38-yard touchdown, I think. Or 42 yards, rather. Now let's hop on defense and see if we can get some stops today. Going to have to sub out one of our defensive tackles. They're already fatigued, I guess, to start. Okay. Got a handoff to number 30 around the left side. And a 7-yard gain there. Gets them to 2nd and 3, rather. For a play action pass. They're going to try to hit this deep route maybe, but he is going to be sacked. All right, and that was the backup we threw in there, Van Miller. Now a triple option on 3rd and 5. Not going to get there, though. He probably should have pitched it out. And Air Force looking to take advantage of a 3 and out. Let's just see if we can go score again. Try to break this game wide open. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 38. We're going to get it to the running back here. And an easy first down. And an easy first down there for the freshman running back. Going to throw it to Miles now. 96 dropping into coverage, but the defense tackle could not find the receiver. Maybe a tough play to ask him to cover a wide receiver on that one. Now on 1st and 10 after that, we're going to drop back for this pass. It's going to be another drag route to the running back, breaking off a tackler, spinning inside away from 5 defenders, and almost. And this freshman running back is a lot of fun. Now after a short gain on 1st down, we got 2nd and 8. Going to pitch it out to Mayo on the rocket toss there. Just couldn't get a block on the cornerback, I guess. All right, and we have Air Force in the flex mode here on 3rd and 5. Let us see what they come up with. It is going to be a pass, but hit as we throw, and really probably wasn't there. Throwing it to Harrison. But we'll try to take this 10-point lead. Quite a bit of wind, though. And it is just going to make it inside. All right, starting this one off pretty well with a stop and then score again. Up 10 points now, and a loss of 3. Really, if we can get a handle on this option attack and force them to throw the ball, that's where we're going to see success here. Running it to the right side. They got about 4 yards back that time. All right, that gets us to 3rd and 9 from the 26. Out of the ace shotgun, they're going to hand it off on a counter play, and he's going to just get the first down. Wow. Well, they definitely caught me off guard that time. Now from the 36, another 1st and 10. This is a draw play maybe. All right, 3rd and 8 now. Definitely a possibility they still run the ball, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. They are going to pass the ball, though, to this slant route. Maybe, no, he's going to scramble. And trying to get around the linebacker, could not quite do it. And Army now punting it away for the 2nd consecutive time. This time they got a 1st down at least. Let us see about this return. Trying to cut right through the teeth of the coverage. And a solid return there gets us to the 32 for this pass. Trying to hit Miles Mayo. But it's not really there. Now 2nd and 10. Maybe we're going to hit this deep over route to Harrison. It is very nice to see that play work after hoping to get it work for quite a while. That's one of the first times we've actually connected, I think. And that definitely could be a big play with those runoffs versus zone coverage. Now Mayo on a 1st and 10 from the 29 with another big run. And Miles Mayo has been having a pretty incredibly productive season so far. Hoping to get him a lot of yards and touchdowns. Maybe a chance at the Heisman if he stays healthy. We'll have to see with the way the health works in this game. Now a handoff to the fullback Kennedy. And with no one lined up over the center, we get an easy 7 yards. That will lead us into the 2nd quarter. And after one today, so far, Air Force in complete control. About 100 rushing yards. Okay, so now a 2nd and 3 after that nice run by the fullback. Another run from Miles Mayo and another touchdown. This time a kind of run out of the pistol formation there. And I believe that will push Miles Mayo over 100 yards already. Now on defense, they are starting at the 25 here in kind of the diamond eye formation and going to get 4 yards. All right, now 2nd and 6 from the 29. They're going to try a read option this time. Quarterback keeper and blown up by Vic Burley, the defensive tackle. And a really good job by the transfer there. Now from the 25, we'll see if they actually throw the ball this time. Maybe it's going to be this out route to the running back. Almost going to get there. Gain of 7, but it won't convert. And now with a 17-point lead, Air Force going to get the ball back once again. And I probably should have went left on that play. Yeah, I didn't really realize till it was too late. But if I went left, I might have scored on this one. If I go left like right now. I've really been trying to figure out these punt returns, but I've not had one over like 20-yard return, I think. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. We've got Miles Mayo again stretching to the outside, just going to run out of bounds. Trying to save a little bit of health on our best players. Now a handoff out of the power formation. Going to lose a yard or so. All right, that gets us to a 3rd and 5 from the 36. And try to get it out to a running back, breaking off a tackler, but taken down by the 2nd guy, and we might as well punt. Definitely with how good our defense is doing, we want to punt the ball. That was a terrible punt. I don't really feel like that was going where the arrow was pointing. All right, now 1st and 10. We've got an option play trying to get to the pitcher. Oh, that was close to a really big play. Well, at least we kept that as a 1st down from the 44 now. They're going to hand it to the fullback. He's going to get a few yards. Okay, 3rd and 6, but no guarantee they actually throw the ball here. We'll have to see. It is a pass play this time, and they're going to throw it to us. No, going to test the cornerback, Byron Reed, the 4-star superstar with elite development. One of the best freshmen we brought in so far. Doing a nice job there, showing off the hands. Now from the 27. Oh, that was weird. Now from the 27, Air Force will take over and try to rocket toss once again. Just couldn't quite get around that guy. He got off his block pretty quickly. All right, now 2nd and 9. There is nothing really here versus the man coverage. I was expecting cover 3 for sure. Well, sometimes you just got to throw the ball away. Now that brings us to 3rd and 9 from the 28. We shall see if they rotate to single high. They don't. Maybe we can get out this time. But the defensive end, I think number 1, going to keep us from getting there. And again, Army's defense trying to keep them in this game. They'll see if their offense can get anything going on a triple option this time. Kind of get held up by the blocker there in a 9.5-yard gain. Okay, now 2nd and inches. We have a throw to the toss to the outside rather, and another 1st down. Okay, now an option on 1st down. They're going to get a huge play here. Just trying to make some adjustments to our substitutions. I do think we need just a little more time sometimes to make adjustments like that. Maybe you should be able to do that when you pause the game too. All right, now 2nd and 8 after a short run from the 30 here. They are in field goal range probably. Gonna maybe throw this post, but no. They get a couple yards there on that scramble, getting them to 3rd and 6. We shall see if we can get off the field here. We will try the cover 2. It is a option play though, out to the running back, and we make him cut inside, but probably should have been able to make the tackle somehow there. Okay, now 1st down from the 20 after that option play. Another triple option, this time pitching it out quickly to the running back. And he's going to run over the safety and get a 1st down. Well, now on 2nd down after a stop there, we have got 2nd and goal from the 11. Let us see, they are going to throw it inside this time to the wide receiver. And a short game will get him to 2nd and goal from the 9 for another triple option. This is a pass, though. And it's just not going to get there. Broken up by number 21. Nice play. And surprisingly, they are going to go for it here from the 9-yard line. 4th and goal. They will see if they can get it. It is a pass for sure. And he is scrambling, throwing to the flat. Knocked out of bounds, though, at the 2-yard line. And a nice job that time. It was Enrique Folsom knocking him out of bounds. Able to keep them from scoring. Okay, now from the 2-yard line, Air Force will take over. And we're having this loud crowd thing. I don't know why. We're at home. But we'll have a false start. Well, from the 1-yard line coming out in the flex zone now. 1st and 11. Going to pitch it out to Mayo. Has a lot of room along the left sideline. He is all alone. And daylight in front of him. Number 21's almost going to get us, but not quite. Showing off the real speed that time. Why is it showing me top interceptions this season? That is such a random stat. And that's not the previous play either. What? All right, let's go ahead and simulate some defense here. And we're back on offense again. Okay. We shall see. Maybe we'll get this post route on the left. And it is not really there. Just hit the drag route. But a nice move. And calling a timeout. Alright, maybe I have a linebacker and man coverage here on my receiver. I guess that's possible. We'll go ahead and snap it. And we'll just hit this guy, Simmons. The freshman with another 1st down. We'll call another timeout. All right, now from the 49, about midfield, we'll see if we can get one more nice play. A broken tackle by the running back, but not quite going to get there. Going to have to try to think of something quickly here. We really need about 15 yards. Okay, we shall see. Maybe this dig route will get it done. Oh, I thought I had a timeout. I do not. I'll have to snap this ball. Oh my gosh, that was so goofy. Air Force will still go into half up 24. Had a chance at a field goal there. Big day for Miles Mayo so far. 212 at halftime with 3 touchdowns and this 99-yarder, 98-yarder. Okay, so we're going to simulate some offense now and just play defense for a bit, I think is what we want to do now. Okay, a run now to the fullback on 1st down. Going to get 3 yards. All right, 2nd and 7. Well, that was really weird. Now 3rd and 10. We shall see if they could do anything here. They may still run the ball, though. Let us see. They're going to throw it over the middle to the post route, and Folsom going to get beat on that one. Okay, now 2nd and 10 from the 48. They're going to get an option play to the right side. Looks like the backup quarterback. Yep. All right, we shall see if the backup quarterback can pick up this first down, 3rd and 8 from the 48, and it's a play action out to the left side, throwing it to the flat route. Nice job by the defender. Well, kind of surprised they're going to punt this one from the 43, and it will be a pretty solid punt, though, getting us out of bounds at the 6. Okay, and simulating some offense here. They don't get anything, looks like. All right, and they got the ball on the 48. Must have been some kind of turnover or something. And it's going to be a run to the right side. A nice play. And after a gain of nothing, we got 2nd and 10. We shall see if they pitch it out on this jet sweep and lose a yard or 2. Okay, and an option play here on 3rd and long. Going to almost get tackled there, but spinning off a defender. And the quarterback able to get a first down. Okay, now from the 21. Another first down handoff and 7 yards. This is just not working. I keep changing this, and it keeps putting the same guy in there. I do not want my star corner playing safety. All right, now 3rd and 2. It looks like another option play, and gonna get stopped. Looks like Alani Small got that one. Okay, we have most of our starters in the correct spot now, finally, after trying to fix that. From the 14 now, 4th and 2, an outside handoff here, and not gonna get it. Good job, Air Force defense, bending but not breaking once again, getting the stop. Okay, now from the 39, they got another drive after offense didn't do anything. Okay, this is a pass. Play action pass, throwing it to 81, the tight end. Going to get quite a few yards. Okay, and that will take us to the 4th quarter for this 3rd and 4. From the 46, it is a pass play. Throwing it inside across the middle. Almost going to get it, and they will go for it. Definitely a go for it situation here from the 46. Just a half yard away. Give it to the fullback. Easy first down. Making some adjustments here. Only 7:30 left in the game. They're going to hand it off again to the right side. And not going to get there. Just a couple yards. From the 41 now, 2nd and 8. They will run a read option. And I don't know why he cut back inside. Well, still a first down there. Now a first down run. Going to get lost. A loss of 3. And Iosefa Bua coming through that time. Nice play. Okay, now from the 36, we shall see what they do. 2nd and 13, rather. Throw to the left side. That does get them to a 3rd and 10, maybe manageable situation. They may still run the ball here. It is an RPO, and we missed the tackle again. Dang it. Oh, that should have been a loss. From the 29, let us see in the shotgun now. They're going to throw it. And it is broken up by the safety, but a injured player, Iosefa Bua. And we will simulate some offense here. Looks like they did score. Cool. And I accidentally skipped that moment because I pressed the B button. Dang it. Oh, we got a pick 6 when I accidentally simulated some defense, and Corey Johnson gets a pick 6. Okay, so we're going to try this mass sub backups, and somebody told me that this is really bugged right now in the game. I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, it looks like a lot of my starters are still out there. Well, we got a short run. Yeah, so Jalen Braxton's playing in the slot. Byron Reed's still out there. You got DeVoe at least out there, one of the backup corners. Oh, and CJ West's going to get a pick 6. Nice play from the sophomore, Daniel West. Gosh, I got to get these names right. But Daniel West may be the starter next year. We'll have to see what happens. But if we bring in someone with recruiting that's like really good, they'll definitely get the start. Okay, now simulating until we're on offense here. And yeah, so Braxton is out there. My star corner is out there playing wide receiver. Instead of throwing in backup receivers, it's throwing in... Hold on. Yeah, it's still putting Braxton at receiver. He's over here. I don't know why. I still see my starting right tackles out there. I don't know what's going on. Lum shouldn't be in there. Oh, this is all messed up. Why is it doing this? Anyways, 1st and 10, handoff to Maddox, the backup running back. Well, it looks like the mass subs thing is not working out all right now. It's just moving starters around instead of putting the backups in. Anyways, after the 2-minute warning, another handoff here to Maddox. Going to get bottled up. Okay, 3rd and 6 from the 44. Dropping back in the shotgun. The backup will throw it to Mayo, who should not be there either. But a 1st down. All right, and now from the 48, we got a rocket toss to Maddox. The backup, a nice spin move. Going to get away there. Air Force up 41 points now, and this is going to be the last play of the game for sure. Just got a triple option handoff to the backup fullback. And that will do it. 41-0, completely smothering Army's offense. They had a couple drives that we got 4th down stops kind of on the goal line in the red zone. Plus we had, I think, 2 pick sixes, 3 interceptions overall. All right, and that may be just the kind of game we need to get ready for Ohio State this week. We have to play them. And we got the 4-star safety committed, Alfonso Mama. Nice. But Daniel West is the defensive player of the week in the Big Ten. Even though he only played like 2 drives, probably 3 drives. Now this one definitely makes sense. Mayo, monster game. And he did all that basically in the first half. Okay, and we do have Ohio State coming to town for the next episode. A home game, luckily. Looks like they're not having the most incredible season, 6-3. Okay, yeah, it looks like they lost to Alabama, UCLA, and Washington. So Ohio State, still a really good roster, obviously. They're going to be high overall. We'll see how that game goes, though, next episode. And we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching Air Force Dynasty.